Before we even begin, I want you to do something for me. Look around your living room. Look at your TV. That harmless screen sitting quietly in the corner? It may be the single most invasive surveillance device in your entire home. More invasive than your phone. More invasive than your laptop. More invasive than that smart speaker you always side-eye. Welcome to Privacy Effort. I'm Frank, and I've spent years studying the hidden ways companies and governments collect data. I used to think this work was purely technical, something that lived in labs, research papers, or cybersecurity conferences. But the moment I realized how deeply these systems reached into ordinary homes, into your home, I couldn't stay quiet. Because once you see what your TV is actually doing, you can't unsee it. Most people think smart TVs are just TVs with apps, Netflix, Disney+, YouTube. That's the comforting story the industry wants you to believe. But the truth is so much darker. Your smart TV is a data collection appliance that also happens to show movies. Let me show you how we know. This is where we look at Vizio and Roku. A few years ago, Vizio, one of the largest TV manufacturers in the US, got caught silently collecting detailed viewing data from 11 million TVs. Not just which apps you opened or what channel you watched. It tracked everything. Every show, every movie, every second. And all of it was sent back to Vizio's servers without consent. It took the FTC and the state of New Jersey to step in, resulting in a settlement of only $2.2 million. But when you divide that by 11 million people, that's 20 cents per victim. 20 cents. 20 cents for invading a living room. If that's the penalty for one of the largest illegal surveillance operations in consumer electronics history, imagine how many smaller ones never even make the news. And that's just the beginning. Roku, yes, the little streaming box many people think is safer, has been caught testing something even more disturbing. But Roku tested injecting ads over whatever device you plug in through HDMI. Meaning, even if you use Apple TV, a PlayStation, a Wii, a cable box, Roku still wants its ads on top of it. They want control of the screen, even when you're not using their system. Users called their TVs privacy nightmares on Reddit. Security researchers warned that these devices were designed as tracking machines first, entertainment devices second. And the deeper you look, the clearer the picture becomes. These companies aren't in the TV business. They're in the data business. This isn't a glitch. This isn't a mistake. It's the business model. TV companies aren't selling TVs anymore. They're selling audiences. They're selling you. But everything I've said so far, that's just the corporate side. There's another layer that almost nobody talks about. A darker one. This isn't just about ads. It isn't just about profit. Smart TVs have been targeted by governments too, and that's what really shook me. Let me tell you a story that changed how I look at every smart device in my home. In 2017, WikiLeaks released a massive collection of documents known as Vault 7, one of the largest leaks of intelligence agency hacking tools in history. And buried in those files was a program developed by the CIA specifically for Samsung smart TVs. And inside that leak was something that shocked even hardened security researchers. A program created by the CIA, specifically designed for Samsung smart TVs. This tool could take over a TV's microphone. It could listen, record, transmit. And the most disturbing part? The TV looked turned off the entire time. A silent device pretending to sleep while it listened. They called the exploit Weeping Angel, a reference to a Doctor Who monster that only moves when you're not looking. Funny name, terrifying idea. Imagine a TV that only becomes dangerous when you think it's safe. A TV that watches you when you don't watch it. That alone is scary. But that's not the worst part, because when an intelligence agency has a powerful hacking tool, that's one thing. But when that tool leaks, when it escapes into the world and falls into the hands of anyone, foreign governments, cybercriminals, ransomware gangs, suddenly, the device on your wall becomes a broken lock, a silent opening into your home. And millions of people never knew it happened. This is why some security professionals say the only safe way to use a smart TV is not to use the smart part at all. One well-known recommendation is to buy a dumb TV Or take a smart TV offline permanently and use your own device like a Raspberry Pi for streaming. Think about that. We have reached a point where cybersecurity experts advise physically disconnecting a consumer device from the internet because the threat is baked directly into the hardware. Your TV isn't a screen. It's a portal. And it's not alone. Your soundbar, your game console, your smart refrigerator, your thermostat, even your car. So the real question isn't, is my TV spying on me? The real question is, how many devices in your home are quietly watching, listening, tracking, learning, profiling, reporting, without you ever knowing? And here's where things get even more disturbing. When you finally try to stand up for yourself, when you try to use the privacy rights the law supposedly gives you, that's when you discover the truth. The system wasn't built to protect you. It was built to wear you down. And that is where we're headed next. Because if episode 1 was about what's inside your home, episode 2 is about who else is inside your home. And once you understand how governments used these vulnerabilities, and worse, how they lost control of them, you'll never look at a smart device the same way again. In episode 2, we're going inside Vault 7, and we're going to talk about what it means when the people who are supposed to protect you build exploits for your devices, and then let those exploits fall into the wrong hands. This is the part almost no one talks about, and it's the part you absolutely need to know. If you think your TV was shocking, wait until you see what else was affected. Subscribe for episode 2. Check your devices. And remember, your living room deserves privacy too.